No, 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 no. Oh, he tried it.
I mean, what can I say? What can I say? I've been saying for the longest time, folks, that don't believe in rumors. Don't believe it until it comes out of the horse's mouth. You've all been listening to the ponies. Why listen? Why are you accepting anything that comes out of the pony's mouth when you should be accepting it from the horse's mouth? And as you know, that's pretty much the end of Starfield going to PlayStation, at least until a new rumor appears. But I've been saying all along, do not listen to rumors. Don't listen to what's being said. At the end of the day, rumors are just that. They are rumors. Until it comes out from Microsoft, don't listen to anything. Don't feedback. Are certain games going to go multiplayer? Yes, Microsoft has promised, case-by-case basis, some games will go. They said this under oath. They don't have a choice. But it's going to be the smaller titles. Do I like that that's happening? No. But the FTC has caused them untold problems. But before we even dive into that, let's just get into this whole mess with Starfield. Because as you can see here, Nate the Hate, who started the original rumor, right? And then, Xbox Zero exclusive decided that they were going to come out, be the first, and you kind of expect more from an Xbox-centric site to be able to, at least corroborate their story. But they didn't do that. And, all the fighting, all the ingrained stuff that's going on is crazy. Absolutely crazy. But you know what isn't crazy? Your support in my last video was absolutely astonishing. Thank you for all the new fresh subs. Thank you for all the likes. Let's see if we can get up to 200 likes in this video. That is a challenge. And if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, do consider subscribing. We are trying to get to 6,500 subs. We're almost there for this first goal in February, and then we'll put up our second goal. But that said, a lot of people I've had coming to me telling me that their channel, their sub has unsubscribed and they've resubscribed. So please do check your subscription if that has happened, because I've seen a number of subs basically drop as well. But that explains it, because YouTube generally clears out bots. So check it out. If you are enjoying the content, if you are enjoying the daily uploads, if you are enjoying the streams, do consider subscribing. It really helps the channel get noticed, and it does help the channel grow. Okay, PR out the way. Now we come over here. Now, if you remember this over here, Nate said, this report is accurate. Starfield will land on PlayStation. I've heard similar, but opted to wait on reporting this information until the PS5 release timeline was finalized. As the report states, the PS5 release will come after the arrival of the expansion DLC on Xbox PC. And if you actually remember, Xbox Era was the one that came up with this article. In fact, they came up with this beautiful picture as well. Exclusive! Microsoft plans Starfield release for PlayStation 5. A change in strategy is upon us. Well, now we have this kind of backtracking going on. And remember, I've always said, don't listen to rumors. Now, how many more stuff that's out there right now being talked about is fake? How much of it is fabricated? How much of it is just rubbish? We don't know. We really don't know. But over the course of the week, I've rechecked the info mentioned below, and the information suggesting Starfield was PS5 bound is false. I will not delete the tweet. I will own my mistake. A previous report from January discussing Microsoft bringing games multiplayer remains accurate. Well, we kind of know that because they promised the courts that this would happen. Some games are going to. I mean, we've already got COD going multiplayer. We've already got Overwatch multiplayer. We've got Diablo 4 a multiplayer. We've got Minecraft Legends, Minecraft Dungeons, we've got Minecraft, we've got Elder Scrolls Online, we've got Fallout 76. I'm probably missing some already that's also multi-plat. So there are a plethora of games that are already multiplayer. Are they going to add a few onto those that make sense? Probably, because that is exactly what they said that they would do during the FTC case. But are they going to be giving tentpole titles like these PlayStation fanboys have been thirsting for? They've been hungry. They've been craving for these Xbox games. Are they going to get them? Well, apparently not. And apparently it was a mistake. It was false. And if we go back here, Nate Drake, he says, for what it's worth, Nate, the leaker that initially corroborated the Xbox Zero report, walked back the Starfield multi-plat rumor earlier in this thread and said he was likely fed bad info. So this dude came out and lit the whole internet ablaze because he was fed bad info and didn't bother checking it out. And, he started saying at the time how, he's had more accurate leaks than whatever. And I was saying, I don't believe it until I see it. When I see it, then I believe it. But you know what? I've stuck with that story from the very beginning. People were tagging me, telling me that it's coming, and all this and all that. Nah. He then clarified Xbox will still have major exclusives, which implies only small stuff will be going multi-plat. Which is what we expected, right? Because there's still games like Spyro and Crash, which are, in my opinion, small games that potentially will continue to be multi-plat. Will they be exclusive to Xbox? There's a good chance they will be. There's a very good chance they will be. But being Activision, there's a good chance they won't. And I think in the overall grand scheme of things, generally Activision games are going to be multi-plat. Now, can you imagine if they actually could make Call of Duty exclusive to the Xbox brand? The amount of people that would jump from PlayStation over to Xbox, it would be phenomenal, right? Even if they didn't do it the change didn't happen immediately with this generation, by next gen, those Call of Duty players, which are pretty much the biggest in the world, it's the number one selling game generally almost every single year, with the exception of like a couple of years, 10 years ago and last year, to be exact. It would have been a game changer, but sadly they can't do that. But what they can do is get the marketing rights because now they own it. They can also, after 10 years, get rid of that parity clause and say, right, if you want to play Call of Duty, this is the place to be. But the marketing rights will now be theirs. Now, as far as I'm aware, their actual parity clause, the marketing rights should be theirs now. I'm hearing that Gulf War is still belonging to Sony. I don't think so, because I think they only had one more game, and that was Modern Warfare 3, which is why it released as a full price game. That said, though, I'm not 100% sure, so I don't want to go into that. But, we are going to see some multiplayer games. We already do see that. Now it says, I'm now of the belief that Starfield is not happening and the info spread around was pure fiction. I'll own the miss. This isn't just a miss. This is a colossal disaster. Because then you had people like this, who was 100% sure it was coming, right? My dude was celebrating this like it was 100%. He was 100, right? But we can now see here, over the course of the week, I've rechecked the info mentioned below, and the information suggesting Starfield was PS5 bound is false. Now, if this is false, how many more things are false? Indiana Jones is being considered. I guess that's false. Blade is being considered. I guess that's false. Everything is being considered. I guess that's false. So what's actually real? What's actually real? Where is the real stuff? So, all this outcry, all these content creators, all these influencers that literally lost their mind, are you telling me that all of that was for nothing? All that these people had to do was wait for Microsoft to come out with some form of communication to let them know? Now, even I will say that Microsoft's communication is bad. Yesterday on my stream, even I said Microsoft should have come out and said something. However, after the stream, thinking about it, I think I know why they can't say something about it. I think I know why they have to scrutinize everything they're about to say. Because the goddamn FTC trial is still ongoing. And so, everything that they put out into the public has to be scrutinized again and again and again to make sure anything that they put into that presentation, that message, cannot be taken by the FTC and used against them. Now, I've been saying this a number of times, that the FTC situation isn't going away. It just needs to die at this point, but it's not. And the FTC still being on their case is the one that's causing a lot of these problems. It is, in my opinion, the whole lack of communication, now that I'm actually giving it some serious thought, is more than likely primarily based around the FTC. Whatever's going on internally, they have to make sure that anything that they put out as a message cannot be construed in any negative way against them while the FTC is still trying to divest ABK. This is just a thing. But, like, without any information out there, without any, confirmed comments, everyone ran with the knowledge that Xbox was going third party. Xbox was losing all their exclusives. And you had this guy, every opportunity he got, he came out with Mr. T eating the apple because he thought that Xbox is going out of business. I've been collecting those receipts. That video's coming soon, my dude. But just have a look at this. Will Xbox exclusives migrate to PS5? Amid rumors swirling about Xbox exclusive Starfield making its way over to the PlayStation 5, Xbox chief Phil Spencer posted on Monday, "We're listening and we hear you. We've been planning a business update event for next week where we look forward to sharing more details with you about our vision for the future of Xbox. Stay tuned." And it says over here, the company held an internal Tuesday town hall where Spencer told employees that there were no plans to stop making consoles and that Xboxes would continue to be part of a strategy that involves multiple kinds of devices. This is the handheld Xbox, the hybrid cloud system Xbox, and the full fat Xbox. Xbox did not immediately return a request for comment. But do you know what? He was just making fun and laughing at this, and then he jumps into Teams, the spaces, the Twitter spaces, and says this is fact. It's happening. He knows that this is happening, that Xbox is stopping production of their consoles because they are a dead brand. I mean, how many L's can this guy take? Mate, what you need to do is actually fly off into space onto that gas giant and try land there. You might actually learn something. But at the end of the day, it's all, none of it was real. Over the course of the week, I've rechecked the info mentioned below, and the information suggests Starfield was PS5 bound is false. For what it's worth, Nate, the leaker that initially corroborated the Xbox era report, walked back the Starfield multiplayer rumor earlier in this thread and said he was likely fed bad info. He then clarified Xbox will still have major exclusives, which implies only small stuff will be going multiplayer. I'm now of the belief that Starfield is not happening, and info spread around was pure fiction. I'll own this miss. Now, all people had to do was just wait. It's clear that, even like in my stream today, one of my members of chat, Cezano, was saying, maybe there's actually and I think diablomozart as well, was saying that, maybe there's actually a legal reason why they can't say anything. It was at that point that I started thinking, maybe there is. Maybe it is the ongoing FTC case that's causing them to make sure that they can't say it. They have to probably go through 4 or 5, maybe even 10 legal channels to make sure that everything that's written on there is double, triple, quadruple checked, or even more, to make sure that this information is accurate, it's up to date, and it is as valid as humanly possible, to make sure that the FTC just doesn't have any ammunition because it is still in court. Now, when is the FTC going to actually piss off and go away? We don't know. But at the end of the day, they can't go on for much longer because they don't have any legs to stand on. And as we know, the FTC can't really introduce any new evidence. Even the layoffs that they tried to introduce, Microsoft just laughed that off because at the end of the day, Activision was planning to lay off those people anyway. It's not like Microsoft did something that Activision wasn't going to do. And the reality is the layoffs that was happening when with Activision in charge, could have been a lot worse. We simply don't know. But they were going to lay off a good number of people within the company, somewhere in the region of at least 1,000, maybe more. So, you know, all this information, all this bad news, all this bad juju that was coming towards Microsoft is crazy. And again, everyone just jumping on the media hate bandwagon of Xbox bad, Microsoft bad, Xbox bad. And that has been the general consensus. But the way the rumors have spread like wildfire is insane. And it's amazing now to see that as soon as this came out and Starfield PS5 bound is false, I ain't seen a single person talking about this. But this is great. This is good. This is why I've said, and I'll repeatedly say, Starfield and major tentpole titles, you know, anything, wait until the official news is out. Wait until we hear the official information. I had people coming into my stream today asking should they sell their Xbox. I've seen people selling their Xboxes because of rumors, because of fake information. And you know what? It now makes a lot of sense why Microsoft couldn't come out. Because the FTC trial is probably the reason why they couldn't, you know, they're still making sure that they've got all that information that they need to put out there. And if this isn't going to be like a 5-minute business update, this is going to be a huge one. So they need to make sure everything is scrutinized down to the T to make sure that that information is ready. I'm not, you know, sticking up for them. And before anyone says I'm backtracking, I never forward tracked. I've always said, at the end of the day, it's all rumors. Nothing is real. Nothing is confirmed until it's confirmed. And people should go with the assumption that all of this is fake until it's confirmed. Now, yes, I did say the mounting evidence is starting to get overwhelming, but at the end of the day, it's still rumors. But it's good to see Nate the Hate come out and actually own this. And now I want to see what all those publications are going to turn around and say, you know, like The Verge, IGN, you know, they all reported that, you know, Starfield, Halo, Gears of War, Indiana Jones, Forza, all of these were going to PlayStation. I want to see how quick they're going to backpedal now. And also, quite frankly, I want to see what's going to happen with the influencers. Because at the end of the day, they lost their minds. Some of them literally. Content creators pretty much almost bailed and jumped ship. Having almost zero faith in the brand. Now, I've made videos talking about the situation that they're in, you know, the fact that, you know, they needed to jump out, come out and say stuff. But like I said, in my stream, 2 people said something that really resonated with me. It triggered something and it made me think about it. And I'm pretty sure that the reason why they haven't come out yet to say anything is because that message that they're wanting to come out with is being scrutinized by a bunch of lawyers right now for legal reasons to make sure that it is actually as clear-cut as humanly possible to not give the FTC a chance. And look at him. He has made sure that he has blocked his replies because he knows the amount of hate that's about to come his way. For clarity, I'm only speaking for myself concerning Starfield, but new updated info on my site suggests that Starfield is not destined for PS5. But he made sure he closed that reply because he knows the shitstorm that was heading his way for spreading those fake rumors. And this wasn't just a normal rumor, right? This was a huge rumor. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's have that discussion. It is not going to PlayStation. Like I said, and I need to go and find that receipt because someone else was laughing at me saying, hey, look, it's now going. So I need to get some receipts because that video is going to be good. All right, folks, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't yet done so. It really means the world to me and it helps the channel grow. It helps the video get noticed and it helps me reach my goals as I try to go into full-time content creation. If you are enjoying the content, do consider supporting what I do. You can do that through my Patreon. You can do that through my YouTube membership where you can get some free emojis, you get some badges, and you can also get other goods as well. If you want to support me further, you can do that through the super thanks right underneath the video. Well, that's it. Let's see if we can hit that 200 likes. Let's see if we can get a few more subs to help me breach that 6,500. I'll see you in the next one. Remain legend.